All good? Alright. I'll check in every now and then. Click speak.
Update July 2022. This is my update for July 2022, and it has been a hard month. Lots of personal sorrow. In addition, I'm carrying in my bones the sorrow of others. Grief and pain and suffering and sorrow. What is the deal? How much can we handle? How much is enough? Fuck. Life is hard. You bring me someone who has not had hardship in their life, and I present to you someone who is either a liar, a phony, or very young, or perhaps very lucky. It's hard, folks. It's just plain fucking hard. And honestly, I'm angry. I'm really angry at life right now. This week we went to the funeral for a young man, 17 years old, the son of a dear friend. This is the tragic, bullshit part of living present and grounded in real life. And it is heavy. This week, for maybe the first time, I came to the truth that this is my life. My symptoms started in September 2019, but it wasn't until July 2022 that I came to clearly recognize and accept that this is my life. There is no magic pill. There is no improving or getting better. And I'm sad. Like really fucking sad. There is no waking up to a different reality. And it's hard. It's hard, y'all. My dad asked me early in the month, what do I do with the sadness and anger? To which I replied, I sit with it. I feel it. I keep it close. I experience every ounce of it. I cry. I curse. I scream, but nothing comes out, so I whimper. I groan. I work with what I have. I find a friend who will just sit. And then I get back in the game until it hits me again, and I then repeat the process. I think this will be the pattern for the rest of my life. Why would I think that? Because this has been the pattern my entire life. I just learned stupid shit early on, like, speak it into existence, or claim it. Or, if you just have the faith of a mustard seed, you can be healed, or tears are just weakness leaving your body. Or, boys don't cry. Or don't ever let them see you bleed. This is what is taught or caught in a very egocentric society that is intent on not facing reality and avoiding pain and hurt at all costs. So, you grow up in this culture and you actually start to believe that you can manifest your own destiny. And to all of it now, I say fuck. No. In my best Roy Kent voice. Sure, you should set goals, financially, physically, professionally, all of it. Planning is good. But don't ever be duped by the lie that you have any real control. And don't sell your soul for it. Control is our favorite illusion. Life happens to all of us. And the sooner we learn to drop the act, untie our capes and get real with each other, the better we will be at being our best version. And now we actually have something of worth to offer the world. Why do you think AA works for so many? Because in an AA meeting you have actually stumbled upon truly sacred ground as you sit with one of the most honest, no bullshit groups of people on the planet. In these circles, each person has come to the realization that they can't do it on their own. They are done pretending, and they are willing to admit failure and weakness, which in turn is where the real strength comes from. They are willing to admit they are broken, which is the first step to finding wholeness. If you want to sell your soul, sell it out for love. So, I'm sad and I'm mad about the shitty parts of life. The clusterfuck part. For me, and for my friends. Physically, I am the same as last month. I can hardly squeak out words any longer. The ones I do squeak out are unintelligible, so I mostly only use my energy to squeak out the words, I love you. Swallowing is gone and my neck is in a lot of pain trying to hold on to my heavy head. All of this is difficult and frustrating both physically and emotionally. And yet, we're still kicking and finding beauty in love. Early on in my diagnosis, my friend Crispin asked me what I was most fearful of. I told him that as my circles would get smaller out of necessity, and when my social media presence became less, that people might forget about me. I'm scared of being forgotten. This week, I woke up one morning and decided I needed a low-key bed day. Not 20 minutes later, Christy came in and told me that two friends had just contacted her asking if they could come see me. One was a dear friend who was experiencing devastating loss in her life, and the other who is on a high in life as she is to be married soon. First, my friend experiencing devastating loss. She sat on the bed next to me and held my hand, and we were quiet, and we cried, and we sat in sacred silence connected to one another in the oneness. Words need not be spoken, for loss recognizes loss. And when we share it together, we open our souls to one another in holy and sacred ways. And then my engaged friend came to discuss her wedding that she asked me, a guy who can't stand or walk or talk, to officiate her wedding. But I can still write, and I have a pretty good robot voice. A few hours later, one of my teenage sons came and sat on my bed for about an hour to discuss some stuff he's going through and asked for my advice. A few months ago, a buddy asked me if I still pray. I've pondered the question and have observed my life and have come to realize that, no, I do not pray anymore. Instead, I have chosen to just let my life be my prayer. Every night before I fall asleep, I examine my day and I offer up my life as a prayer. My examen consists of meditating on the phrase, life is a beautiful clusterfuck and love is here. I then reflect on my day and first recognize where my life was a clusterfuck. This is usually pretty easy to identify. And then, I sit with it. When I feel ready, I then identity what was beautiful, and I sit with it. Then I recognize where I experienced love and I sit with that. And I realized as I fell asleep exhausted, that this day, I had not been forgotten. These people came to see me hoping to find safety and shelter and solace and rest, and in doing so, they gave me the greatest gift of all. They saw me. They saw me. And I felt seen. I felt seen. Beauty and love in the middle of the clusterfuck. Feel free to use this meditation if it works for you. Life is hard. Walking brutally honest together makes it more bearable. Less faking like we have it all together. Your soul is your gift to the world. The real you. Find your soul. Listen to it. Nurture it. Care for it. Trust it. Be honest with your soul and allow your soul to speak. You're not alone. Thank you for being here for it. And may more of us live like the very last word is, love, love.
Stop the video.